Hello, and our next CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity is the Phase 2 launch at Hollins Grove Farm Barns, Stillington Road, Easingwold in North Yorkshire. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. Now, the borrower on this project is Galters Developments Limited, their company number 10581450. The sole director is Stephen Dugdale. I'm delighted to say he's with us today on this webinar. Welcome along, Steve. Tell us a little bit more about you and your background.
I've been in construction since I left university in 1979, so that's in excess of 40 years. I started out as a professional land surveyor, and I've been concentrating on housing since the mid-1990s, running our own house building company. We've won awards at that time. We've also run companies that are involved in importation of windows and doors from Sweden. And right now we're concentrating on building high-end, high-quality products with good resale values for our customers.
And your own company is going to be overseeing this project, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I work on sites 5 days a week with the guys, making sure that the quality is exactly right. So we have Galters Development as the developer, and our main contractor is Baltic Timber Products Limited. My son's the owner of that company, and I work as his project manager. So we have very much a hands-on scenario here.
So let's then look in greater detail at this project. This is phase 2 of an estimated 4-phase raise. CrowdProperty has agreed a total loan facility of £1.425 million. This second raise is for £350,000, and that's to develop farm buildings in Easingwold, North Yorkshire, and that's to become 6 dwellings. The loan's going to run for a maximum period of 60 months from the start of the project. Interest on this raise is rolled up and paid at the end. Lenders will receive interest at 7.8% per annum equivalent. So let's start off then, Steve. Tell us a little bit more about the local town of Easingwold.
Well, Easingwold's a really nice Georgian market town, cobbled squares, lots of independent shops, very nice cafe culture, relaxed town. Difficult times at the moment, obviously, but we're all working as a community to help each other out. It's a lovely place with its own schools, junior school, senior school. All the facilities that we need to get by are in the town. It's absolutely lovely.
Planning permission was granted by Hambleton District Council. Their planning reference is 18/00559/FUL, where permission was granted to create 6 dwellings, 2 from the conversion and refurbishment of existing barns, and 4 from new build dwellings. The maximum loan term is for 16 months. The project is already first charge secured, and the exit strategy is that once the development is completed, the plots are going to be sold in the open market in order to repay the loan. Here is the location plan for you. You can see the CrowdProperty flag on the left-hand side. That's Easingwold, just there, just off the A19. On the right-hand side, you can see where the actual site is, at Hollins Grove, just outside of Easingwold. So the property located just off Stillington Road, it's near Easingwold. The area of the site is about 0.68 hectares. We heard Steve say about the local schools nearby when he talked about earlier. And the town is mentioned in the Doomsday Book. I can't possibly say what it was called, but you can see how it's spelt there on the screen. And it's in the Bulford 100 section if you want to look that up. So let's start off then, Steve. This is a headline. Talk to us about the development of what you're putting here on the site.
Okay, this was an original farmhouse, which is not in our ownership. That was a listed building put up in about 1880. And what we're going to do is convert the farm buildings at the back. So plots 2 and plots 3, original brick-built barns. And then we're doing 2 in a steel frame building, plots 4 and 5, and 2 within a concrete frame building, that's plots 6 and 7. Along with a couple of garage blocks you can see on the plan on the right side for plots 2 and 5, and on the left side a nice carport structure in oak for plots 3, 4 and 6.
So we'll look through the proposed plans and elevations next on this webinar. Just give us a heads up as to how you found this project.
And I was just in our local builders merchants picking up materials, and the guy there, the manager, is just chatting away and saying these buildings are coming back on the marketplace, and if I didn't want them, did I know anybody who would? So I went and had a quick look at them, and the same day we made an offer and the offer was accepted. So it pays to know who you know, doesn't it?
Let's look at those proposed elevations then. This is plot 2. Talk us through them.
Well, plot 2 is an original brick-built barn in 2 separate buildings, and it gets a new build link where the hallway is. There's a nice kitchen dining area, the single-story existing barn unit, and then in the 2-story barn we've got a nice lounge, and upstairs 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms, all typically using our high-quality stuff. And then on plot 3, similar, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, kitchen, dining. All the windows we're putting in here are timber windows, aluminium clad, triple glazed, to then get a very high EPC certificate. Plots 4 and 5, they're within the steel frame building. As you can see, they're very large units, and again we've got high floor to ceiling void areas within the kitchen areas into the dining areas, and the whole lounge area is open plan to the ceiling, giving us roof space of 4.5 to 5 meters high. There's the external elevations of plots 4 and 5, brickwork up to 2.5 meters, and then we're using a grade A Siberian larch to give us a Yorkshire boarding effect all the way around. So we retain the appearance of the overall barn structure, which is quite important to the planners. Plot 6 and 7 there within a concrete frame barn, similarly treated with the brickwork up to 2.5 meters, the same Yorkshire boarding, and we have 2 units, the same 96 square meters each, 2 bed, 2 bathroom, nice kitchen, dining, living areas open to the ceiling. A couple of really nice small units there.
Now, this being the phase 2 race, of course, means you've already started on site. Here's current progress with photos taken at the start of January 2021. Talk us through what we're looking at.
Yeah, in the top left-hand side, we've built an oak frame parking barn that is shared. 1 unit goes to plot 3, 2 units to number 4, and 2 units to number 6. We designed and built the oak frame ourselves, and the steep pitch contains a bat loft, as there are bats on site. And working with our ecologist, you can see the little post box in the gable end there, and one at the other end as well. So the bats are going to be relocated by our ecologist. As we do the demolition, as you can see in the bottom pictures, we're working hand in hand with the ecologist to find any bats that are on site and relocate them, and then we'll just carry on working with him to make sure that our little furry friends are fine.
And here's a detailed summary of the progress that you've made to site. Is there anything else you'd like to add that you've done so far?
We've done some demolition works, as you can see, and starting on Monday next week, Monday the 11th, we have our groundwork starting to do some underpinning. It'll allow us then to get forward and do some shot blasting and painting of the steel frame. Timber frame is already in manufacture and be on site on the 22nd of January. Then our groundwork will start the foundation works for the timber frame to plots 4 and 5, and we'll start that on the 8th of February.
Who do you see as buying these properties from you, Steve?
Well, we're lucky enough to, we've already got a reservation on plot number 6, and that's a local lady who wants to live in a semi-rural area, but still have the ability to get into town within less than 5 minutes. And the plots 4 and 5 are 240, 250 square meter houses. So these are going to be family homes. And we're hoping to build a nice little community where people will help each other out and just live in a nice rural environment. Fantastic far distant views to local village of Crake.
Now, as well as this project at Hollins Grove Farm Barns, you are working on a couple of other projects as well. They've also been funded by CrowdProperty. Talk us through these.
We completed 3 units at Raskelf, and they have all now been occupied. The picture that we can see there shows plot number 1 on the left-hand side with the clay pantel roof. It's a 3-bedroom detached bungalow. The house in the middle with a slate roof is a 3-bed detached house. And hiding behind the tree is plot number 4, which is a 4-bed house with a single-story extension at the back. Really nice houses, well built, well finished, and 3 very happy customers living in them right now.
And the capital receipt for the sale of those plots 1 and 2 is going to be used to purchase, or you did use to purchase, the site at Hollins Grove Farm.
Yes, we recycle our cash and reinvest in our business, and we're always employing local people all the time. So with local subcontractors, try to buy most of our materials locally. So we're keeping the infrastructure of North Yorkshire turning over in what are pretty difficult times for some of our lads at the moment.
I've also got a couple of case studies to show everyone that you've done previously, Steve. This is a case study at the Shieling. What did you do on this one?
The top picture there shows a new build bungalow that we did. It's got a nice sunroom on the back. We again using our triple glazed aluminium clad timber windows. We set that within a glulam frame that you can see. It's an absolutely lovely place. The bottom picture shows the kitchen area, and again, the kitchens are designed by our customers in association with an independent kitchen designer. We use high quality kitchen units, good appliances, and again, we want to get the customers involved with the design of them, and they choose the units, they choose the wall colour that you can see there, they choose the electrical layouts, and it's very much a customer's own choice.
And the next project we've got is also in Easingwold. This is South Villa. Talk us through this.
Similar what picture on the top there, this was actually a bungalow we built in the garden of South Villa. South Villa was the original farmhouse, which you can see the gable end of with the 3 chimney pots. We built the bungalow with the same sunroom type detail leading out into what was an old apple orchard, which is an absolutely lovely, lovely bungalow. The bottom picture shows the refurbished kitchen in South Villa. Again, customer choice being key to our work. They've chosen the kitchen layout, they've chosen the worktops, which are solid granite. Pop-up extractor units, they're light fittings, they supply them, we install them. We supply and install the oak flooring that you can see in the picture as well.
Let's then return back to this project at Hollins Grove Farm Barns. This is the phase 2 raise. It's for £350,000 as part of the total facility of £1.425 million. Rick's verified the current market value at the start of the project to be £750,000 and also the gross development value to be £2.59 million. The estimated construction cost is £1,024,000. The initial drawdown was £450,000, and the remaining loan is to be drawn in stages upon the completion of the independent monitoring surveyor's reports. Initial loan to value 60%. The amount based on the gross development value excluding the interest is 55%, and when you include the interest, it's 59.6%. Profit on cost is 17.15%. Maximum loan period is 60 months. The loan is targeted to start on collection of the funds. And remember, the exit strategy is that once the development is completed, the borrower will then sell the plots in the open market to repay the lenders. Lenders will receive 7.8% per annum interest. It's rolled up and paid at the exit. The project is already first charge secured against the property. So your next steps are to make sure that you understand this loan. Please carry out your own due diligence and then decide how much you would like to lend. CrowdProperty.com is the place to be to pledge on launch. The necessary anti-money laundering checks will be carried out, and then you'll be invited to send your funds to your own online e-wallet, and you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So this is phase 2 for £350,000. Paying 7.8% per annum interest. That's rolled up and paid at the exit. And this is for the project at Hollins Grove Farm Barns, Stillington Road, Easingwold in North Yorkshire. Thank you for watching this CrowdProperty.com funding opportunity. We look forward to bringing more projects to you very soon back here at CrowdProperty.com.